Okay, David. So, do you believe in there's a life after this one?
Yeah, just depends on how you live it.
As far as you mean, like if you go to heaven or hell, or do you believe in heaven and hell or hell?
Yes.
Do you believe there's a heaven and hell? How, if you were to die today, how would you get to heaven? Do you think you would get to heaven?
I will believe so. I will hope so. But well, of course, throughout the entirety of your life, half the stuff you do, you think it's right. So who says it's right? Who says it's wrong?
Uh huh. Well, um, do you think how do if I were to die, how would I if I were like had 3 minutes to live, and I would say, David, I think I'm going to hell. How would you tell me to get to heaven? How would you tell me that I could escape hell? How would I do that?
There's, well, it's not really necessary you can escape it. You already had done everything that you had to done for your life. So by the time that time comes, decisions already been made for you. You got your whole lifetime to figure out where you want it to go. The
So,
only thing in life that us humans have is the freedom of choice
okay.
and what you learn.
So it's by what I do. That's how I get to heaven. So if I do enough good works, then I could go to heaven. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, probably. Well, it just depends. You know what your beliefs in, what you consider as heaven, what you consider as hell. It could be a lot of things. It just depends on how you decide it throughout
Okay.
your life.
Okay. Do you consider yourself to be a good person?
I'm someone. I'm like so and so. I'm not. I'm not the most innocent person in the world either. But at the same time, I'm a pretty fair,
Right.
person. I'm just very cool. I can be collectible, but then like everyone else, everybody has a good side. Everybody has a bad side. That's the thing of being human.
Right. That's true. That's true. There's one way to tell if you're a good or a bad person.
Hmm.
Um, could I ask you a few questions about that?
Sure.
Have you ever told a lie?
Yeah.
What do you call people who tell lies?
People tell lies. They're really just trying to shield themselves or what the real truth could actually be.
If I told a lie, what would you call me?
Well, of course, everybody calls everybody a liar, but of course, but it's like, who am I to sit here and say that you're lying? Because for one, I don't know you, and you could be
Right.
telling the truth. And like I said, I look at lies as in the sense of you're just trying to shield yourself from what the real truth could possibly be, and that you're probably just not ready to realize it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. If What would you call someone who raped a woman?
A rapist?
A rapist.
Yes.
Even if it was just once, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I told a lie and it was just once, would I be called a liar?
Well, in that kind of condition, yeah, you'd be lying,
Yeah.
and then you did something that's unforgivable.
Right, right. Um, have you ever used the Lord's name in vain? Like, oh my God,
Well,
or
yeah, probably a couple times, but not noticing that's what I was doing
Right.
before you actually discovered what you were actually saying was
Right.
using it in vain before you start learning beliefs.
and that's what our society does. That, right? I mean, we use the Lord's name, who gave us life, you know, but we don't even think about it. Even it's God Almighty, and we use His name without even thinking about it. And that's how we pay respect to God without even thinking about like, would you use your mother's name as a cuss word?
No.
No, because you love your mom, right?
Yeah.
You honor your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have used the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, I have a couple times. Like I
Right.
said, not noticeably that's what I did, but it happens. That's what
Right.
makes us human. Like I said, and like I said, it depends on when you start learning. What's good, what's bad, what your beliefs are, what you actually believe in, and things like
Right. Have you ever stolen anything, no matter how small?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you call someone who steals things?
Of course, they're a stealer. Of course, they have.
Or a thief, right?
Yeah, but like I said, when you realize what your actions were and then that they were bad,
Right.
no matter what the intentions were, stealing is stealing. It's bad.
Right. You know it's bad, right?
Yeah, like I said, it's bad. Like I said, like I said, depends on when you start learning the meaning of what it was for. But once you realize what you did, which was something not that you're not supposed to do.
Right.
Of course, it's bad.
Right. Right. I'm done. Okay, this is a more personal question, and because Jesus said, if you ever looked at a woman with lust, you have already committed adultery in your heart. Have you ever looked at a woman with lust?
Of course. Of course.
Right.
You're a guy. You're
That's
gonna
the
do
one
it.
that- that's
Even
one that
though-
nailed
even,
me.
even though you don't say nothing about it,
Right.
you know, because like I said, we're men. We're gonna look at the
Yeah.
opposite sex, of course, with lust. Of course, it's
Right.
in our DNA. It's in our thing.
Right.
I don't care how you say you're so churchly, you're a pastor, whatever. You're looking at another opposite
Right.
sex for lust. No matter if you speak it up out loud or you're keeping it to yourself.
That's absolutely correct. None of us are
You know,
are free of sin. None of us are free of these
'cause
things.
You'll look at her and you can picture her naked. And you can picture that you all the stuff you would want to do or not do.
Right.
But we all do it just like how women do it to us.
Right, yeah. We're all fallen creatures.
Yeah. So it's like it is bad, but then that's what also makes us human.
Right,
You know.
right. So what I've run past you was like about 4 or 5 of the 10 commandments. Okay? And the commandments, the